As you may know by now, the Milwaukee Bucks brought Dame time to Milwaukee, and although this is a big offensive upgrade, they gave up a lot on defense by giving up Jrue Holiday, and this came back to bite them when the Blazers traded Jrue to the Celtics, who on paper are the Bucks' biggest threat in the East. Defense always has and always will win championships. The Bucks can still win the championship if they add another piece or two before the trade deadline to address what they lost in the defensive end in Jrue Holiday, but if not, no, I don't think the Bucks will win the championship. If the Bucks play a fully healthy Suns team in the finals, Bradley Beal and Devin Booker will give the Bucks nightmares without Jrue Holiday. Even though Beal can't defend either, it's still 2 stars at the guard position for the Suns versus 1 for the Bucks. Against the Celtics, at least the Bucks have the clear-cut best player in Giannis on the floor if they go head-to-head, but the backcourt matchup heavily favors the Celtics here. So what the Bucks can do in order to make up for the loss of Jrue Holiday, one idea is if there's a way they can make a swing at Alex Caruso, who's not too expensive, his contract is expiring after next season, and the Bulls probably won't make the playoffs, I would go for it for defensive purposes, because while Malik Beasley isn't terrible on defense, he's not the defensive stopper you need to guard the other team's best player. Caruso may not be a scorer, but you already have plenty of offense, so I wouldn't worry about that. If there's someone else you have in mind that the Bucks should bring in, feel free to let me know down in the comments. I still think the Bucks have an overall good defensive team, even with Damian Lillard instead of Jrue Holiday, but they are taking a big step back on that end nonetheless, and that needs to be addressed before the trade deadline. Maybe there's a chance they'll be good enough on defense in spite of this, like the Denver Nuggets were last season, and they were a better defensive team than given credit for, but I still really can't bank on the Bucks winning a championship because of what they're losing in Jrue Holiday on the defensive end. They may have brought in Campaign and his 6'7" wingspan, which may be useful on defense, but again, he's no Jrue Holiday. Offensively, the Bucks could very easily be the best team in the league. With the way the modern game is played, which is more offensive orientated than ever before, they have the potential to be the highest scoring team we've ever seen. Offensively, Damian Lillard is a huge upgrade over Jrue Holiday. The Dame Giannis pick and roll will be absolutely deadly, especially when knowing Lillard can shoot from basically anywhere on the court, and defenses have to worry about that too. Then you have Chris Middleton, who when healthy has been able to score 20 points per game. He's now your third option. I also think this is great for Dame to now be the second best player on his team, which really gives him the best chance to win a championship. Also, make sure Malik Beasley knows it's okay to pass the ball. Although he's a good shooter, when he's hot, can provide the floor spacing that Giannis can't, but he does tend to have Kobe's confidence without even 5% of his abilities. On the Celtics side of things, wow, did they make a huge upgrade from Marcus Smart to Jrue Holiday? Giving up Robert Williams lost them rim protection, but he's also injured a lot. Losing him most certainly won't hurt the Celtics nearly as much as it'll hurt the Bucks on defense after losing Jrue Holiday. Jrue has had consistency problems on offense, but he's still a lot better on that end than Marcus Smart, and his defense will be missed a lot in Milwaukee. Another thing that's a concern, and it did hurt the Bucks in the first round last season, is health, but that's everyone in the league's concern. Staying healthy is part of the path to a championship. One more thing, if Adrian Griffin is the right head coach. Since he's a first-year head coach, we don't know if he's the right man for the job. We have seen first-year head coaches win championships before, like the guy Griffin was an assistant for in 2019, Nick Nurse. We saw it with Tyronn Lue in 2016. We've seen it with Steve Kerr too, when Kerr wasn't even an assistant before he took the head coaching job for the Warriors. As of now, we just don't know with Adrian Griffin. If the Bucks do make it to the NBA Finals and face the defending champion Denver Nuggets, the Nuggets may not have made any major additions, but their only loss was Bruce Brown, and he's replaceable. Christian Brown should get more minutes to fill that void, and I think he'll be reliable in doing so. Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray also proved during their championship run that they may not be elite defenders, but they're good enough to get the job done. Definitely more capable on that end than Damian Lillard is, and they have guys like Aaron Gordon and KCP who are really good defenders. In fact, I expect Aaron Gordon to at the very least be in the running for an all-defensive team this year. So yes, Damian Lillard has the best chance to win a championship he's ever had in his career, and yes, he'll make the Bucks offense way more explosive. However, what the Bucks lost in Drew Holiday on the defensive end is a real concern to me. That cannot be underestimated, and even while Dame has better defenders around him than he ever had in Portland, it's not like they can morph into his body. The Bucks still have Giannis as a defensive player of the year candidate, and Chris Middleton has proven to be a capable defender as well. Brook Lopez is still a better rim protector than anyone Dame ever had in Portland. However, Drew Holiday once again is a huge loss on that end as a guy who can guard 1 through 3 and is a 5-time all-defensive team member. On the other hand, Lillard has never been a good defender, and we most certainly can't expect him to be one now when he's 33 years old. He may have better rim protection than he ever had in Portland with Brook Lopez and Giannis, but being able to stay in front of your man is still important in spite of that, especially if it's Bucks Nuggets in the finals and Lillard has to guard Jamal Murray, who I fully expect to be the best version of himself now that he's been able to play a full season after his ACL surgery and should be a more confident player coming off a championship, or if they have to play the Suns where they have Bradley Beal and Devin Booker as their guards. Although in my brutally honest opinion, the NBA regular season is a drag today, I do fully expect things to be very interesting when it comes playoff time. So what do you guys think? Will the Bucks win the championship this year? Please let me know in the comments. I look forward to reading each and every single one of your comments. Before I end this, if I happen to be right and Giannis really never wins another ring, even while having the best second best player he's ever had on his team in Damian Lillard, I'll still always consider the one ring he did win more impressive than both of KD's rings combined. That's something I will die on the hill with. If you liked what you saw, a thumbs up would be much appreciated. Please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you never miss another video. Links to my social media are down below. Here's my most recent YouTube video and the one that YouTube recommends. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.